Hey there, it's Elsie. If you've clicked on the link, you've reached 10 of Cups Tarot, and I'm Elsie. And you've also reached our weekly wisdom. So this is something that I wanted to start a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I got sick and those things got in the way, but I'm feeling better and yada yada. So what I thought I would do for your week ahead is just give you some energy. We're going to use the Animal Spirit deck for your energy coming up in the week. Then we're going to use the Wisdom Oracle and for more information, and then we're going to clarify those with the tarot. So I will start by saying that this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and just going to call in some guides and angels to help us pick an animal spirit card. Guides and angels, gods and goddesses, you could come in and help with this reading, please, and those who hold the pure white light. Thank you. Just need one card for the energy for Aries. This will be a really quick reading because it is only going to be 3 cards. Just something to get you along in your week. And it looks like you are the lizard. The alchemical symbol for lizard is at the top, or I'm sorry, for fire is at the top. So this is a fire card, in fact. And let me take a look to see what this means here. The lizard. Okay, so the lizard, I kind of like to read the page from the bottom up, and I don't know why, because it's the most important stuff is on the bottom and the very top of the page, and then we kind of have what's in between. So the very bottom of the page says, when you are in balance, as this energy of the lizard, when you're in balance, you're artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. I do have some Aries friends who are very empathic and spiritual. When out of balance, you're elusive, non-committal, and flaky. That's really a great way to put it. If you are out of balance and you like to bring yourself into balance, start a creative project. And that should bring you back into balance again. It says that the lizard card shows that you are instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and a dreamer. Again, I have Aries in my lives that are just exactly like that. So it does say that the lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. I worked with an Aries that could walk down the hall and know if somebody was out of balance and walk over and say, "Hey, is everything okay?" Wow, a leader that we had. So the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. So spiritually speaking, make sure that you're still connected to the universe. Make sure that you're manifesting as well. And the lizard gets easily worn down in large crowds. Big crowds, lots of traveling, that kind of thing will stick to them. And it leads to overstimulation and sort of takes away your bright eyes, like your starry eyes, and the excitement that's in your eyes. It ends up being dulling and takes away your magical essence, it says here. To pull back from bright lights and the big city, return to the inner artist who is you. And return to that artist who is whispering your name. So if you do have an artistic side, I would say that if you don't have an artistic side, if you're not someone who draws or writes or anything like that, that it might be that you love the arts. Like you might be someone who loves portraiture. You might be someone who loves music. You might be someone like that. So those are also qualities that are found in a leader too, a balance in artistic choices as well, because a leader, well, for the most part, I would say is usually balanced. That's how they got to be a leader. So that's your lizard card. I am now going to get a card here from the Wisdom Oracle. Oops. And the one it threw at me here is Unfinished Symphony. It would be a shame for you to leave this life and not have written everything that you had intended. Now, I know that this ends up being something different as life goes on. I'm not writing, essentially, in my book of life, in my book of life, which is, I do write in a book. It's not my book of life, but you know what I mean. So writing on myself, my own scroll in the book of life, I do know that there were times in my life when I thought that I'd be done, when I thought my life was finished. And because I stayed connected to the universe, I was able to come through. So my suggestion, looking at this card, it shows a person who's very balanced atop an egg, and there's music flowing through them. Music is the way that I release. I like to sing, and singing actually, if you look it up, is a form of screaming in the psychological world. So I love to sing, and most Tauruses can carry a tune. And yeah, I wouldn't want my symphony to be unfinished because I love music. I want to carry that symphony right through to the end. So just going to look at the book really quick because I have a feeling I know what this is about, but I'm just going to see if there's any talking points I missed. Just a moment here. Okay, it says unfinished business. Essentially, yeah, you don't want your business unfinished before you leave this life. And by business, they mean if you are having a hard time with another human, you know, tell that human it's okay. It's time to lower the wall, and time to lower the bridge, and time to bring them back into your life again. An incomplete lesson, a lack of closure, and the need to make amends. Yeah, clean out your karma, clean out your closet, clean out your karma. It is, you know, cleaning out your karma is as cathartic as cleaning out your closet. It literally feels like that. Everything feels like it is in its place once again. I'm just going to see if there's anything in relationship that I've missed here. Indicating that, you know, if you have to get, if it's time to get something off your chest. So say you have someone who you are really mad at, but that person has passed away. The best way to clean out your karma that way is by writing a letter and just saying everything that you ever wanted to say, kindly, in a way that you might be speaking with them. If you need to make amends, make amends. Declare your feelings. This life is short, and you're not always going to have the time to declare your feelings. I know this from lessons in life, and it always says that you should really close the door on the past so you can set yourself free to the present. So, and that's what that's all about. So the unfinished symphony is unfinished business. It's looking for things in your life that may be unfinished, and that it's time to finish them. All right, so I'm just going to clarify these two. I'm going to ask Spirit for a little bit of clarification for you for the week, Aries. It looks like it threw some cards at us. So we've got the Page of Swords, and that's clarifying on the Lizard. We've got the King of Cups. That's also clarifying the Lizard. And then we've got the World card. And then we have the Partnership card. Okay, so coming up with the Lizard, it is showing the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords usually comes up when there's unfinished business. Usually comes up like someone who might be sneaking a look on your Facebook if it's not on lockdown. Even if it is, they can still see your picture, your main picture. It is also about conversation. It's about maybe talking about why you might be sorry about something, making amends, that kind of thing, which goes great with the cards that we just pulled, the Oracle card. And then we have the King of Cups, and that king is the emotional king. So that king will bring you what you need in terms of caring and loving and emotions. He's a very good talker, and he's always willing to give you something that you don't have. So, you know, someone to listen to. If you need just someone to speak with, that's the good emotional person that you're going to speak with. And we've got clarifying this card here that is the Oracle Unfinished Symphony. Interesting. It says Unfinished Symphony. That's this one. And then this is the card of closing an old cycle and opening a new cycle. So as soon as you finish up cleaning out your karma and making amends and that kind of thing, then you're going to be able to close your old world. You're going to be able to close the things in the past so you can move forward to the things in the future, which looks like a good, it's either a business or someone to be in business with. This is the 3 of coin. Yeah. So, yeah, this is partnership. So maybe you're closing the cycle, closing an old cycle, making amends with someone that it didn't work out with, closing an old cycle to open a new cycle in a new partnership. That's great. So, yeah, look, make sure that you're if you are the lizard, make sure that you are the person who is making amends, who is always kind. As fire signs, I'm a rising fire sign, so I'm a Sagittarius rising, and so I find that when we're fire signs, we get very excited or very animated about something, and it's easy to say something that might offend someone. So as a leader, use your leadership skills and all of that to help get you through the week. Anything else I need to tell you here? Give me just one moment. Lizard. So just remember, instinctual, sensitive to the subtle. So you're going to be picking up on things that no one else is picking up on. And a dreamer. Don't stop dreaming. I think it's a good way to start the week. Hope you have a good week, Aries, and we'll see you next week with the Weekly Wisdom. Bye.